Yes, indeed.
Can't wait to get it in.
It's in.
Yeah.
So we live. We live.
Yes.
Final word.
The final word. Yes, sir.
The final word.
Mama said there'll be days just like this.
Man,
Off season is long, man.
Oh man, it feels so short. It's going by fast, bro.
For real.
To me. But you know, you work harder than me, man. You do 10 videos a day, man. So I'm still trying to keep up with one a day, bro.
Man, you gotta feed the people. The nation is hungry.
Man, the nation is hungry, man. Thank you for your work. I've been seeing you. And then Big, been putting in that work, man. I see you, Big.
Oh,
yeah. And then
I see y'all.
Yeah. So we got us a special guest. We not jinxing it this time. We not jinxing it this time. He actually in the building. We good to go.
Yeah.
One of the best in the business.
Yeah, man. So we gonna talk ball with Coach Mac. Coach Mac, we ain't gonna hold you too long.
Oh, baby, I'm here for you. At your disposal, baby.
Gotcha.
Okay.
We got you. All right, so let's get it going. We turning everything on, getting live.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's been a lot since the final word, man. A lot didn't happen. It's a lot to talk about.
I know.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
It's a lot to talk about, man.
Man.
Hey, I'm glad we got Coach over here because he can go deeper into it.
No
Especially
doubt.
about hands-on experience.
Oh yeah. I can't wait till we talk about that two-way that we was just talking about before we went live. You know what I'm saying? We got so much to catch up on, man. It's gonna be. Let me see, man. Where my yoga flames, man?
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
Let's get it.
Somebody say, let's talk salary cap. Oh, man.
Hey, I got it, boy.
Oh, God!
These boys play too much. Let's talk salary cap, man.
Man, you see what the Rams doing? They said, forget that salary cap. What cap?
You know what? We gonna talk salary cap. We really are. How about that? Huh?
Well, there's a will, there's a way.
There's a way. Oh boy, see, said, let's get it. Yeah, man. So, all right, man. You know what? It's enough playing, man. Let's kick it off. It's enough. I ain't gonna even wait for the countdown. We good. We
good.
Kick this thing all the way off. Let's go.
Shout out to you, Gomez and C. Nick. I see y'all up in there. Man, I love the early to the parties, man.
Yeah, man. Let's kick it off, man. I see these boys coming here with that yoga flame, man. I've been waiting on this final word. Let's
Yoga
go.
fire.
Yeah.
Yoga flame.
Let's get it.
I just wanna run it up.
Jay Lombardi. I see you, fam.
My boy Nick, I see you.
Sharing gives you good luck in life. Hit that share button. Sharing.
Man, these boys is lighting it up on that fire.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
Get some blue hearts in the chat. The blue heart.
Kinda check us out.
Man, when I say they lighting it up, man, the yoga flames is real today.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
I need them fives, need them tens, I need that
Watching
change
these
to the
episodes
sink. I'm
without
losing
hitting that
sight.
like or sharing.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I'm still saying, roll my change. Take some losses when I play. Charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Red.
Yeah, you gotta hit that like,
I'm
man.
with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck, and now still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
I love how he start this saying, I'm just trying to run it up.
You just write what's on the shelf,
love
and
that.
I'm not feeling it.
all
search
we
for
trying
the
to
one,
do,
but baby
man.
girl, it's nothing
Trying to
really
run it up,
this.
man. That's
Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too
too
legit.
legit.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna
Run it up. All right, man. We got the final
Yeah.
word in the house. We got us a special guest. We not gonna even hold it up. Let's get it. We got Coach Matt.
How's it going?
Oh man, we just sitting back, hanging out live, man, watching you in your gym. Now,
Well, thank
Law, you was talking about some stuff, man. So we want to kick it off. We want to kind of go right and segue into the conversation y'all was having about Parsons. I think that was a good one. So I'm gonna hang out and let y'all talk about that.
Yeah, Coach, we was talking in details of Parsons about, I guess just go get it. Whether it's ugly or with technique, the bottom line is to go get it. And he was saying in an interview that he was reading half of the body. And you was talking about, I believe it was to Big Game James or the OC, about that you take a lot from DBs and wide receivers. Can you go into details about that, Coach?
Yeah, especially in talking about half man. One of the responsibilities that you got to do whenever you're looking to have a great technique as an offensive lineman is you got to be able to play half man, because one thing for sure, that guy across from you is a better athlete. Bottom line, okay? 9 times out of 10, that's a better athlete. If you try to match him, athletics for athletics, you're going to find out that that's not going to be a winnable situation for you. Again, taking on half man, especially in a pass rush situation, you got to know where your hand placement's got to be, but more importantly, you got to get to what we call your spot, that place where you're willing and ready to put up your fight. All that's going to be based on a lot of different things, but mainly it's going to be based on his alignment and the angle that you need to take for your assignment. For a defensive lineman, especially when you've got one that's a really, really good athlete, a cat that knows what he's doing, now you've got to take away certain options for him. Getting half man and understanding where that fight's going to begin and then what to expect from him is crucial to winning that particular rep. And for me, if you and I are in a fight and I'm half man, at least I know what half of you I got to fight. You see what I'm saying? Also, I know how to limit certain options for that half. I'm going to make that other half have to beat me. Again, getting in that right spot, eyes in the right place, good hand placement, feet active, everything active that I need in order to be able to give you a good fight for about 4 to 5 seconds. That's critical. Anything, if I'm more than half, now I give you options. I give you two-way goes. Now you spin. Now you come inside. You do all kinds of things. I have to be able to limit that. And by going half man, I'm inviting you to take advantage of that half that I haven't covered.
Good stuff, Coach. Good stuff.
OC, what you got?
Man, Coach just is speaking my language. This is like a nomenclature that real offensive line people really know. So I love it. And so I'm just going to piggyback on Coach and just, not give away too much sauce, but just give a little bit, just more color to what Coach said. When he's talking about playing half a man, he's really talking about, when he says not giving two-way goals, he's talking about not oversetting, right? Knowing how to appropriately lag behind the guy. In other words, being able to set a guy in such a way where you can predict what moves he can do on you. Really, ideally, I don't want a guy to counter move me, right? I want you to try to run around me and me to beat you at the point where you got to fight. I say it a little bit different in the sense I say point of convergence, right? So at the point of convergence, it's the point where me and you meet when I get my 2 to 3 kicks in the ground, and all of a sudden now we got to play ball, right? But it's how I travel to that location, which is really important based upon the play. Based upon what do I have, a 3-step drop? Do I got a 7-step drop? I got a 9-step drop? Was it play action pass? What we got going on? And so being a master of your craft, playing the offensive line position, which is why I love Coach Mack so much. He's a guy I admire. He's a guy I respect. He's a guy that I've actually learned from, just watching him coach and just work with people. I love him. I respect him. But the thing that you got to understand is it's the art and science. So you're not just a victim, even though you're playing with your back to the ball. You're not a victim, right? You know two things that the defender doesn't know. You know the snap count and you know the play. And so if you use those things to your advantage, then you can leverage a lot of different components as you approach, playing the offensive line position. I can talk all day. I'll start right there and let you guys jump in.
What you got, Big?
I mean, let's just talk about, I know we talk about offensive linemen, but I ain't no offensive lineman. I'm a little guy, so I can't really talk about no offensive lineman, Coach. But I want to jump on right now. Basically, you deal with a lot of these young guys possibly coming into the league and things of that nature. So what do you possibly really do with those guys, and what kind of things do you like to really, let's say cornerbacks, because I know Boss was a cornerback. It's a position I played a little bit as well. Tell me some of the things that you kind of work with young cornerbacks, because Cowboys have some in the flux. What kind of things do you kind of do with them as far as technique-wise to kind of get them ready for the league and things of that nature to kind of prepare for top maybe receivers?
Well, when it comes to corners and receivers, I stay in my lane, brother. I'm an O-line, D-line guy.
Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. Well, let's do this. No. Well, let me do this. Well, then I'll switch and I can switch off that because I can do that. Let's go with Tyler Smith because he's a rookie, okay? And a lot of people have talked about Tyler Smith. They love his size. One of the things that they really like about him, they said that Michael Parsons even said, once he gets his hands on you and he locks on you, ain't moving. Now, I heard a lot about that with Tyron Smith. That was a trait that Tyron Smith had, is once he gets his hands on you, you're not moving. But the biggest thing that they were talking about with Tyler Smith was he's really got to get his technique down because it's kind of sloppy. Tell me one of the things that is going to get him on the field early. Obviously, they want to put him on the field now. But what are some of the things that he's going to probably need to work on coming from Tulsa into the NFL to really kind of master those positions at left guard and left tackle? And is it an easy transition to go between those?
Yoga, fire. Yoga, play.
Great question, Beard.
Good rebound,
That's a great
too.
question. And I wish I had done more study regarding Smith, but I can tell you this. One of the things, obviously, he's going to have to get ready for is the speed of the game. Having been a great athlete as such as he is, a lot of times they rely on their athleticism to make their plays. When you're going against another master athlete, it helps you and it works fine, maybe for year one and year two. But after that, now you got to have strong technique if you're going to survive in the long run, because injuries, people begin to understand you and be able to scheme against you. Technique is the only thing that's going to keep you solid. You look at guys like Khalil Mack, okay? Guys that's going to sit down and study film on you over and over and over. Well, there's guys that's going to study his college film, and they're going to figure out what his strengths are, what his weaknesses are. He's going to have to make sure that he forces guys to his strength, but at the same time that he works on those weaknesses so they're not so glaring and it's not something that's going to cause him to, get pulled out of the game, or for a team to be able to focus on to use to their advantage, in terms of their defensive schemes, to be able to disrupt what the Cowboys are doing offensively.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, Coach, I was looking at your background and the fact that you currently serving as an assistant head coach and coordinator with Nike Dallas football in Plano. That's a real big job, And obviously, you was talking about that you serve in the trenches, but you worked with a lot of guys. I was looking at the people that you worked with: Howard Mudd, John Blake, Duke, Manny Weather. Working with all those guys and looking at the Dallas Cowboys, what is your feel for the trenches when you kind of looking at the Dallas Cowboys, like in general? What's your thoughts?
Well, I will say this. I would like to see the Cowboys be more aggressive this year. And again, the philosophy of the guys that you mentioned, they're all aggressive-minded men. When we sit back and kind of let things happen, we give away a lot of our advantage. By being aggressive, what I mean is, even on your pass sets and things like that, hey man, let's get this fight going at the line of scrimmage. Okay, let's get on them right now, because when we put our hands on you, that should be the end of it.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
as an offensive line, especially, I last year, some of the things that I saw, and I didn't watch a whole lot of them, but the things that I saw was the guys, they were able to get guys on different levels, which makes it easy for penetration for a defensive lineman. But as a group, going out and just getting after people, not having to play conservative in any form or fashion. If you can stay aggressive throughout the game, I think at some point you begin to wear teams down. And as you wear them down, now more opportunities come for your offensive schemes to be able to be more effective.
Well, let me ask you this, Coach. That was a good point about being aggressive. Now, we got a young offensive coordinator who thinks outside of the box as relates to passing the ball. No one threw more yards than the Cowboys, nor had more points than the Cowboys. But you talked about sets, that meaning that the Cowboys, they stayed in 11 personnel, and they also love the ace formations. But when you're talking about being aggressive, that's when you bring in your 22s or your 12 personnel, or some of your jumbo sets like 13 packages or what have you. Do you think that the Cowboys, with this young offensive coordinator, can stay consistent with this aggressive approach? Meaning that, okay, we see that 12 personnel, because when I was looking at most of the games, teams were able to send 4, drop 7, and still get pressure. And normally, from the mindset of an offensive lineman, they would love to run out of that. Is that correct, Coach?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
But the Cowboys were trying to pass in it. And for the life of me, why don't they get back to that physicality? Do you think that this team can be consistent if they go back to being aggressive?
I do. And part of that aggression is you have to be able to establish your run game. I mean, you got to, make sure that front 4, or if you got 5 in the box or 4 in the box, 6 in the box. I mean, you've got to learn. You've got to be able to win in those situations. If they got 5 and you got 5, you got to win. And whatever that happens to look like for the Cowboys, whether that's out of 21, 22 personnel, it just depends. 12 personnel. I mean, it just depends, man. But to me, you've got to be able to establish that run game in order to be aggressive in your passing game. Everything has to look like a run to the defense, in my opinion.
Everything has to look like a run. So that will get teams up out of their quarters look, even if it just looked like. That's what I was trying to tell people. Even if you can present power, you can still be finesse. If you present the aspect, hey, I'm finna run it, you're going to have to get out of that quarters look. You're going to have to sub that package up. If not, I'm going to keep you on your wheels.
Yes. Totally agree.
Hey, Coach, I just want to ask a question, just bouncing off what everybody said. When you talked about the aggressiveness with Kellen Moore, what do you think? I mean, I think when you say the physicality, because I'm frustrated in my head.
I can tell, bro. That's why I started laughing.
Yeah, because I'm frustrated in my head, because I'm trying to figure out, when we're trying to run this ball and get physical like this, why? How can we present that every single game, Coach, to where the other teams understand we are a physical team? What really can determine this, that the Cowboys lack this every game? Because even when Dallas was running on teams and they were running like 180 games, it didn't seem like it was physical. It just seems like we could get teams that maybe were kind of finesse, because anytime a team really got physical, put people in the box, attacked our ends, attacked our edges. It's like the Dallas Cowboys would fold.
Yeah, and again, like I said, I'm not a Cowboys expert, and I haven't watched a whole lot of the games last year. But many times when you got a team that's not being able to be as physical as they want to, sometimes you have to look at what injuries they have. And I believe that they were banged up pretty good as far as the O-line was concerned last year. So many times when you got a lot of injuries, you have to play a little more finesse than you may want to play. Teams are expecting you to be physical at the point of attack, like you said. They're expecting you when you run the ball. You've got a very physical running back. You've got a very physical offensive line. They're expecting that punishment. All of a sudden, when they see that you aren't able to do that, or they see you being more of a finesse style, they're going to be more aggressive. And if they feel like their front 4 or 5 can take care of business, now they know what you're trying to do. They know you're basically just running when you have to, but know that your main offense is going to be the passing game. So they know if they take the passing game away from you and you banged up front, they don't have to worry about you, because they don't mind giving up that 1 or 2 as long as they're not giving up those big yards. And like you said, they're able to come off the edges and catch guys because of they weren't getting the kind of movement on the inside like they would have liked to. So that slows up. Obviously, it slows up your run game. So, guys going to be able to come off the edge and catch you.
Let me jump in and ask something real quick, Coach, because I want to get your philosophy on this. Because although you're not a Cowboys expert, what is the philosophy when you talk about preparation in camp to be physical? How should the prep look? Because my contention last year, to be honest, when you talk about some of the things that I heard and saw, is that you got to have tougher practices. You got to do inside run. You got to do things that prep the bodies and the minds and the hearts of the unit, whatever unit it is, whether they're first or second string, because NFL is a next man up type situation. So if you're injured, fine, but it's next man up. Everybody's getting paid. So what do you do? What is the philosophy, or what have you seen? Because Coach, by the way, coaches several elite Nike teams from age 9 to 12 years old. So he sees some of the best young athletes in the country, right? And he coaches a winning program. So from your perspective, Coach, how do you prep? What's the mindset and the attitude as far as the prep?
Hold on, Coach. He didn't know this was coming. He didn't know this was coming, but a fight came with that question. A fight came with that question, and you gonna solve this fight, Coach. Coach, it's gonna be you. You gonna be the person in the middle. Let's go solve this, because I'm gonna throw a curveball to this debate, Coach. You gonna be the one, all right? This is the curveball. I was talking to Damian Wilson, so I'm gonna pull out a name. I'm a name drop. I was talking to Damian Wilson, and I asked him, when you're talking to a former Dallas Cowboy player, he actually said the opposite to what the OC said. He said, because I asked him, I said, what was the coach of Kansas City versus Dallas? He said this, and Coach, you go solve this debate. He said, Dallas had too many physical practices when he was playing for them. He said, my body was worn down. He said, versus at Kansas City, I was fresh, I was loose, because we didn't have as many padded practices. He said, matter of fact, we didn't have any padded practice after week 4. So that's I'm messing with the OC with that versus, but really, what's the middle ground on that?
Well, I think that it's one of those situations where you have to know your team, and you have to know how much you can give them and when you need to dial back. There's so much software out there available to these guys where they can hook these guys up to this and that and the other, and then tell them exactly where every player is at any point in any practice. So I don't know if the Cowboys utilize that kind of stuff or not, but here's what I would definitely say. In order to be physical, you got to practice physical. Okay, that's a fact. You can't come out there and, especially with young teams, you can't come out there with a young team and go soft.
That's what I'm talking about.
Coach Marv just said the same thing.
And expect those guys.
You still losing the debate though.
The kind of physicalness. Now with a veteran team, yes, you can do that more. Okay, and you want to protect those guys' bodies, but also understand this as well, gentlemen. How your season goes also depends on how much prep you've done during the off season. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you guys know that you don't harden your body during the season. You harden your body during the off season.
Right.
You work your tail off during the off season, and then during the season it becomes a maintenance thing. My contention is that maybe the off season may be where the Cowboys have to look at strengthening their program in order for it to be the kind of program they want it to be in the fall. And what that looks like, they got lots of experts that can advise them. But I can tell you this: if one of your Power 5 schools were playing during their off season, they are consistently monitoring those guys and seeing what is happening during the off season and during their trainings on a daily basis, and they know exactly where those guys are from hydration, nutrition. I mean, the whole nine. Now, I know you can't babysit grown men in NFL. I totally get that. But those guys know what they are supposed to be doing in order to get the optimum output from their bodies. If the practices are too physical, then maybe you dial them back a little bit. But the kinds of injuries that I was hearing about and seeing, I personally think that had more to do with the off-season work than during the season.
Yoga, fire! Yoga, flame!
Yeah. So I love that comment. So, in your opinion, it sounds like because this is a young team, we need more physical practices. So
you got to, in order for them to understand the level of physicality that it's going to demand in order to hold up, in a season.
Right.
Bottom line, and I tell you, and I'm saying this because even at the high school level, the more physical I've had teams in the high school level, the more physical they play. Yeah, you're going to be sore. Yeah, you're going to, this is going to hurt. That's going to, whatever. But the bottom line is you expect that to be sore. Yeah. You expect that to be hurt. And then it becomes more of a mental preparation for a game in terms of, okay, when I get out here, no matter what's hurting, if I can go, I'm getting ready to blast this joker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. And that goes down to, like you said, mentality, mindset, and for those who out there, muscle memory. And I tell everybody, muscle memory, and the people that's on the bottom end of the roster, they just got to be ready because the physicality will bring them up to that level. Keep in mind, I always tell people all the time, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. So when we made it to the playoff, I know you don't follow the Cowboys like this, Coach, but when they made it to the playoffs, nobody in that locker room should have been nervous. There should have been a leader in that locker room saying, hey, we go all the way back down in the trenches in training camp. Everybody. This is the moment that we've been battling for. This is the moment we are ready to set the tone. They are in our houses right now. In our house. Now it's time to punch them in the mouths. Because I like the fact that if you are a well-trained team, and if you know for sure you can run faster than them, and you can keep that same energy all through the game, you're going to win the game. Especially, look, most sacks by the big boys down in the trenches, Coach, said that it comes in the late third quarter and in the fourth quarters. That's because the opposing team got their tongue hanging out and they make a certain grunt that you say, yeah, I got them now.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why you win down in the trenches.
Oh. 3, 2, 1, drop it.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Drop it hard.
Let's go.
It's time to
And Law, to kind of piggyback off of that, that's why I was saying that off season, man, makes all the difference in the world. That's a place where you not only condition your body, but you condition your mind. And you're saying to yourself, hey, when we get in the playoffs, we're gonna rock and roll. And it's no holds barred. Whenever we get to that point, everybody knows they got to make it through the season. But it's your mindset during that off season that I think helps you win in the playoffs. And that comes from, again, all the preparation that you've been doing before the season ever begins.
So speaking of that, Coach, since you the guy that pretty much prep and train those guys up for that moment, can you give us 3 things that you teach your guys or the people or your clients? Can you give us 3 things that you teach, if you can give it out freely?
Free. Keyword free,
because there's a lot of people watching.
Free. We want free.
Side,
$3.99.
Not the pay side. Just a snippet. Don't give them the full.
Yeah.
Give them the whole plate.
Yeah. So I can't afford to do that.
They got all the secrets, man.
I would say this: the one thing that I would tell anyone who's training, hey, your training has to be something, be in a way that is going to be transferable to the football field in this particular case. Okay, it's got to transfer to your sport. Okay, every rep that you take has to be your very best. You've got to maximize every single rep that you get. And what I mean by that, if I'm squatting, okay,
right,
every rep in that squat has to have my very best effort. Okay, 2 things are happening there. One, yes, I'm getting my body stronger, but I'm making my mind stronger too, because I'm telling myself I'm gonna be the best. This gonna be the best one. This next one gonna be the best one. You see what I'm saying? No matter how tired I am, when my body gets tired on that, let's say I'm doing a set of 10 and I get to rep number 7 and things start to burn and I feel like, okay, man, no, I got this. I'm going to do this. You see what I'm saying? And that's got to be the mindset that your workout has to continue to push you to become mentally stronger and stronger each rep. You got to do every rep as though it would be the last rep in the game, okay? And you got to give your very best effort, because you mentioned a while ago, muscle memory, okay? If my body is used to this giving its very best, it ain't even going to feel right when I don't give everything I got. You see what I'm saying? So those things, that mind and that body got to come along together at the same time. When you're training your body, you're training your mind at the same time. Your mind gonna talk against you. Y'all know, y'all been athletes working out, starting to get tired, and your body be like, yo, man, listen, we need to start chilling out. No, that's the time to go get it, because that's the time when you show your body that there's more in me than what I've been given, and I can get more and more and more if I just go after each rep and give it my very best.
Coach Mac. All right, so we have something called a final word. So we gonna give you the final word, because it's getting ready to get real nasty when you leave, because we got some real internal Dalton Schultz type of stuff we got to talk about, fellas.
It's Mr. Nasty time.
It's gonna get nasty up in here, so we gonna give Coach the final word. We gonna take these gloves off, but Coach, it's gonna get nasty, Coach.
I appreciate y'all being nice to a brother, man.
No, we don't want you in here. See, because we know you got a lot of clients. We don't want to get, when it get nasty, we don't want to put you in a compromised situation.
Right,
you know what I mean? We gonna say what we gotta say, Coach.
Yes, sir. Well, I will say this, man. Thank you guys so much for giving me an opportunity to come on the final word. As you mentioned, I'm a assistant coach here at Nike Dallas Football. We're building. We're trying to be something special, and we are a showcase team. What we do is we take young athletes, we develop them, and we want to showcase them, because we're about trying to get kids to the next level. And in this particular case, we're talking about college. Okay. Mm-hmm. When our college guys come back, we're trying to work with them and help them to get better for their next season and hopefully the next level there, which will be playing on Sundays. So again, that's our main focus. Our season starts just like everyone else's season. Right now, we are recruiting. The recruiting process is open for grades 9 through 12. I don't have a problem playing a freshman who's a dog.
Get it.
If you're a senior and you playing behind somebody this fall, your chances of getting recruited going to be pretty slim. Because I tell people all the time, I say, I've done this recruiting process for a long time. I've never seen anybody get recruited off of JV film, and I've never seen anybody get recruited that was standing on the sidelines. So you got to be on the field. So wherever you are, if you ain't going to be on the field this fall, maybe you need to be considering some other things, but you need to be somewhere where they're going to showcase your talent. And here at Nike Dallas Football, that's exactly what we're about. And we have the type of coaches here that's what we do. We develop young men because winning is a byproduct of helping young men to become the very best that they can be for that next level. And that means I got to get you college scholarships. I got to help you get to that next level. I got to give you the tools to get to that next level. And when you get to that next level, you got to be able to compete. And that's what we prepare you.
So, Coach, what you're saying is no politics. So when father come to you and he looking you in the eyes and say, my son can still play.
Fire.
He try to hand you some coins, some money, and you just tell him, hey, nah, it may work over there, but not here. Coach, I love you for that, Coach. So you tell that guy right in the face.
We're going to put the best 11 on the field and let them showcase what they can do. Because we're all about Iron Man football. You're going to play both sides of the ball, and we're going to give you every opportunity to shine, man. Because, again, we want to go out here. We want to compete. We want to show colleges and universities what you can do. And that's the bottom line.
Before you go,
go
ahead, Coach, I do want to make sure that you and Big Game James link, because he doing some great work with great talent that's also going to college. So I see this as a potential marriage. I just want to throw that out there with the work that because I didn't even know, that you was that involved, because I was looking at your bio. You gonna get me back going. We got to get dirty. We got to take the gloves off, Coach. But thank you for coming in. OC, did you have anything, brother?
I want to make sure, man, that everybody knows how to find Coach Mac. And so, Coach Mac, and I shot it to you, boss, in your messenger. Yeah. Just Facebook handle, Coach McAllister. You can look him up on Facebook. You can look him up on Instagram. There's 2 different Instagrams, so I want to make sure we got the information out about his Instagram and also about his Twitter. So if anybody got kids, referrals, they can get in touch with Coach Mac. They can tweet him. They can follow him. They can do all that stuff.
Yeah, so I got it all right here. So thank you, OC. Yeah, so Coach Mac 28 is his Twitter handle. And matter of fact, what can they find? You know how to you coach. You know your old stuff.
No, you're doing a great job.
No, he gave it to me, brother.
Okay. So his Instagram is Coach8986 Coach Mac. So and then obviously his Facebook is also Coach Mac as well. So again, it's Coach Mac 28 on Twitter. That's his handle. And his Instagram is Coach8986. So if y'all have anybody, and I know Big will work with him because he already working with a lot of good high school athletes, as well as he does professional training as well. So, but he's working primarily right now with Nike. So I just want to make sure that everybody know where to find him before he exits. But thanks, Coach.
Hey, Coach. I just want to get one last word. I'm sorry.
Man.
No, you good. Go.
I just want to get one last word, Coach. I'm gonna definitely holler at you probably like tomorrow, because what Boss was saying, I'm interviewing a lot of these young guys, freshmen between seniors, and they're coming on my shows. You have a great program. I want to try to be able to link that with these kids to give them the opportunities to really shine. And I love what you're already doing. Just listening to you, I'm like, man, I want to get these kids around you because they'll be 10 times even better messing with you, man. So I'm definitely going to get in your inbox, and I feel like everything happens for a reason. And I'm even more excited now. Salutes to you.
Appreciate you, big game, James. Thank you, brother.
All right, Coach.
And
We'll talk to you. Go ahead.
Boss, go to three man for a few minutes.
Gotcha. All right, so we got.
Yeah.
So man, you see how we be working up in here, man. We be working, man. We gonna be ready, man. It was nothing to get this going. All right, Law. What time is it, bruh?
Hey,
It's Mr. Nasty time.
It's Mr. Nasty time, big dog. Hold on, what in the world has been going on since we took a small little break last week? Law, you got who gonna kick this off? It's gonna be big.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this right quick. Y'all boy is the blessed. Look, y'all was talking about Dalton Schultz can't block. That's bullsugar.
Okay.
Dalton Schultz is the best blocker in the NFL. I mean, I looked on my Twitter. It says Law Nation
is blocker.
Blocker.
He blocked you, dog.
He blocked the hell out of me, man.
Dog. He got.
I'm your boy.
He got you.
Boy, Schultz, I've been rooting for you for all these years, man. And Schultz, you gonna block me, man? Why you block me, bro?
I need to see if I'm blocked. Let me see if I'm blocked.
Come on, Shock.
I bet I'm blocked. Let me see.
I said, why you blocking me, man?
I need to see.
I've been in the middle with you, man.
Hold on, you been in the middle. You ain't
fighting for the man.
I'm the one that been beating his head up. Let me see.
Don't block me, man. I said, man,
let me look. Let me see. That boy don't deal with.
Shame.
I'm trying to find him. He might have blocked me too.
Oh man, I said shows the fool around and block the laws, man. I
think I'm blocked. I finally made the block list, dog. I made it. I got blocked too. Yeah.
Put it on my screen. Y'all can't see it on y'all here, but man, if y'all pull about it, it said you're blocked.
Hold on, I can't even pull him up, dog.
I said, Schultz. I said, man. I mean, why you gonna block me, man?
Oh man. See, listen.
I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna rag him from here on out when I get
down. You gonna rag him?
Hey! Don't even worry about it. I think we all block because I just tried to type him in too and I can't see him.
I think we block. He blocked everybody.
He blocked us. He just blocked us all, man. He said, "I'm tired of all y'all. I'm tired of all y'all."
Yes.
I just typed his name in. And I can't find him. So he just blocked us all.
Hey.
I don't want to hear none of the noise.
Coach Moss say, this is what Coach Moss said. He said, that tells you right there, Schultz is not a true dog.
Sensitive. So since Coach Marv say that, can I jump right off the top turnbuckle about Dalton? I'm jumping right off the turnbuckle.
Let's go.
Superfly Snookers now.
Boom.
Right? So
let me see if I got a button.
You got it? There you go. You feel me? So I just did a video about Dalton Schultz yesterday. Now, first of all, I ain't mad at you, Dalton Schultz, to try to get your money. I ain't mad at you trying to get your money because you seen what happened with Njoku.
Yep.
I ain't mad at you because I'll do the same daggone thing if I seen Njoku. If my 1 year almost equal 2 of your years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In pass reception. Right. So I'm coming at your neck. And then my dog Jay Lombardi mentioned Jonnu Smith from New England. He got pedestrian numbers too, and he got paid. You feel me? So from that aspect, I'm coming just like Schultz. I'm gonna sit out OTAs, and I want my money. I want to get paid because we're going by the market, right?
Right.
But I'm not doing that, and I'm not even trying to be Baby Nuts Jones management. But from my perspective, this is my perspective, and I'm just thinking how the Cowboys would think. If you drafted a Jake Ferguson Law and Boss, right? You got high grades for him. You got high hopes for him. when you look at both of those players, they almost the same. Jake Ferguson got really good hands. He has the will-how to block. They have the same size, run the same 40, and he got a little wiggle to him. He can get in. He's sneaky. You feel me? So then you got the McKeon kid, who they like as well. We know about the blocking guy. I can't remember his name. The blocking tight end. And somebody throw that in the chat as well. And then Jeremy Sprinkle. And then you got the one kid from Indiana. He's sneaky. I like Pendergrass or whatever. Pendershot. Yeah, he got some athletic ability to him. So you can stash him on that practice squad. So for me, Boss-in-Law, I'm going to go ahead and say, nope, we ain't going to do it because DeMarcus Lawrence played on that 1 year tag. We're going to use you for this 1 year. I'm going to develop Jake Ferguson. I'm going to see what I got in McKeon. I'm going to keep this kid on this practice squad. And then next year, I'm going to go ahead and possibly draft again, and I can move Jake Ferguson into that starting role because y'all did it with Blake Jarwin. Blake Jarwin was undrafted. You got Dalton Schultz like in the 4th round, right? So you can say this can work after a year of Jake Ferguson getting experience, especially if he comes on the way they want. Why would you spend all that money for Dalton Schultz when he's a regular guy? You can use him for this year and move on and develop your guy and still save money like Stephen Baby Nuts Jones loves doing.
Man. Go Law.
Oh my God. Like, look, here's the thing. All I said was, hey, when you franchise tag a player, it's like going to payday loan. It's like going to the cash advance places, because what happens here, you inflate the price of said player. There's no realism as it relates to market value. You know that, Boss Cowboy. There's no realism as it relates to market value. So now you got to pay him at 10-9 because that is what's set for a franchise tag. Now, when you franchise tag, there's also a set of emotions, right? And you also pay, for example, off of what they're going to do, potentials. That is how David Njoku got that crazy contract of $13.6 million APY. So when you start looking at his contract, and if I'm the agent for, dare I say, Dalton Schultz, I'm gonna be like, my client produced better than David Njoku, and excuse me, my client produced better than Dallas Goedert. My client deserved $14.5 million. But the problem is, Cowboy Nation and everybody that's listening, that is what Kittles and Kelsey is getting. Andrews is getting. Are you willing to reset the market with Dalton Schultz? When Hayden Hurst just got $3 million, with OJ Howard got less than that too.
$3 million too. Both of them.
Both of them. So are you saying that Schultz is that much ahead of those boys? Y'all spit y'all mind.
Oh well, let me jump on in him then, big dog.
Get in there before you get blocked.
Hey, I'm already blocked, so I'm finna turn Schultz up. I'm finna tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Y'all listen. I ain't talking to y'all. I'm talking to everybody else. Listen. Everybody listen. The Cowboys got so much egg on their face right now. It's pathetic. If y'all let the Cowboys hardball another player over money after Schultz, you a fool. Can I just say it? Can I just say it straight up? If y'all let the Cowboys go after another star's money, I don't care if it's Zeke, Dak, Tank, no. After what y'all did with this tag on Schultz, this is the biggest waste. I'm going to just say it. This is a waste. This is a clear waste. And I'm going to put it like this. This is like you playing hard to get on a 10 and you getting shunned by 6. Because Schultz is literally shunning them as if he's a 10.
He's a dog.
Like he's a dog. Like,
what you mad at?
Like, what you mad at? Like, I'm trying to tell people, we got the film right here. Listen, oh, you got it, Law. I'm gonna cue up your film. Here it is. Bro, there is nothing special about what he does. I'm gonna just be honest. Listen, and this is
being honest.
Yeah, It's nothing special. The way they use Schultz. I'm not saying he doesn't do his job. He does. Look at how they use him. That's the key. The how. It's not can he catch? Yes. But what is he doing, Law? What is he doing?
Oh, hook. Let me get this short area right here. I'm going to catch the ball and I'm getting upfield. But you got to keep in mind and contextualize it like this, Cowboy Nation. You had Amari Cooper on one side. You have CD Lamb. If he's your third and fourth option, of course, he's supposed to catch that.
Yeah.
Of course, this is the design play right there.
Yeah, it's design.
Anybody will be privy to catching that one right there.
Anybody.
Fact, that would have been Jarwin if he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So this is my thing. I'm not sullying or denigrating Dalton. Oh, my Schultz. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, hey, the Cowboys, they were the ones that gave that man $10.9 million to play on the franchise tag. For you to say, well, I'm not going to do any OTAs or any other training or do anything extra for this money unless I'm getting a long-term contract. Excuse me, y'all would have been burning crosses, ready to hang and crucify Dak Prescott if he said, you know what?
Burning crosses.
Look, I'm not finna go out there and play in OTAs because I want this long-term contract. No. And that was the start of your whole entire tape. Dak Prescott, you didn't even hear whispers of him saying, I'm finna hold out.
Not even a whisper.
This is crazy, Cowboy Nation. And for you to think that even DeMarcus Lawrence, he went back-to-back years off a franchise tag. I didn't think that they was talking about, hey, I'm going to skip out. Come on, Schultz.
He willingly, and just to bounce off that, Law, when they tagged Lawrence the first time, he willingly took the tag.
Yes.
He didn't even cause a stink. He said, I'll take the tag. I'll play on the tag 1 year. It's all good. He didn't cause no stink about it. He signed it, jumped in there, and did his thing. Now, Schultz, you done got a big head for something. I'm going to sit out the rest of OTAs, dog. What they should have did was they should have just, when his thing came up, what happened was Cowboys got spooked when Blake Jarwin got the injury and had to basically retire, or I don't know what's going to happen with him. They got spooked because now it put them in the hole where you could have just said, go ahead, Dalton, go ahead and test the market. We'll worry about you and see what you can get. But they got spooked when Blake Jarwin got hurt and said, oh man, we ain't got nobody right now. Well, let's just tag him because we don't know what we're going to do, so let's just put the tag on him. You didn't have to do that. Y'all didn't have to panic. You didn't have to do it because just like y'all said, Boss and Law, you could have let him walk, and you could tell me you couldn't have a serviceable tight end and Hayden Hurst or the other guy or O.J. Howard. You could have had them serviceable, still had your rookie and Jake Ferguson, and you would have been okay.
Okay, you would have been okay.
You ain't going to fall off, and this team ain't falling off because Dalton Schultz ain't in the lineup.
Bruh, and listen, this is what's crazy to me. Can somebody explain this? How big, how long, how chat? Can somebody explain to me how we sent Randy Gregory to the market? We sent Kurtz to the market, and we just had to have Schultz. You got that?
And we wonder why. And we wonder why.
And once again, I'm literally saying this for those. I like Schultz. It's nothing to do with his game plan.
No.
But far as his
apologize
mentality
for some
now.
Schultz.
No. Yeah, Big Gay James,
but listen, you're going to lose some subs when you talk about Schultz. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I don't care.
I lost 10 subs like that once I did a video on Schultz. Okay. I lost 10
well, let me tell you something, boss.
I don't care though.
You know when you lost 10 subs on
I got them right
Dalton
back.
Schultz, right? But you lost 10 subs on Dalton Schultz.
Yep.
Well, you remember I went ham on Jason Witten when he came back. The day he came back, and everybody loved Witten, I said, I'll hate the decision, and I don't want him back.
Yes.
He ain't nothing but a progress stopper. Boy, I lost about 1,000 subs.
That's a fact.
I had to shut my Facebook down for 2 days because they wouldn't leave me alone.
Hey,
how dare you talk about gold jacket?
How dare you talk about
dare you?
I said, I don't care about no damn weight. Get out of here.
Yeah. It's I don't. It's some people that, just be honest, they love some Schultz. They love some Witten. They love them. And they try to come up with all kind of reasons why he's Dak's security blanket. You can't get rid. No, he's not. He is not Dak's security. He's Kellen Moore's security blanket.
Right.
He is not Dak's security blanket, man. That's a scheme fit for Kellen Moore dumb system. Period.
Blake Jarwin gave you more. Blake Jarwin gave you more than him if he would have stayed healthy for real. If we keep it real, Blake Jarwin gave you way more. We saw with Blake Jarwin. He could really stretch the field.
Facts.
He could really extend the defense. He could get behind the defense. We seen it. That's why we was all like, ooh, we can't wait to see Blake Jarwin next year. Did you ever say that about Dalton Schultz?
No.
Ooh, I can't wait to see Dalton Schultz next year. Ooh, Dalton Schultz gonna be nice next year. Can't wait to see him. No, you didn't. You were saying that about Blake Jarwin, but you ain't never say that about Dalton Schultz.
No, he's a dump-off king. Let's just be honest. That's what he is. That's all he is. He's a dump-off. See, I'm going to say it like Law, just keeping it real. This is no hate to his game.
No hate.
It's how he's used in his system.
It's just what he is. It's just what he is, too.
It's like paying. It's like, this is the best example, and then I'm going to turn it back over to you, Law.
Okay.
This is like paying Paxton or Steve Kerr Jordan money, right?
We're gonna get rid of Scottie. We're gonna get rid of Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of Scottie Pippen. We gonna keep Kerr. We gonna keep BJ Armstrong.
BJ.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Now they could shoot. They could shoot. They could shoot. They were shooters, but who created the shots?
Right.
Boss Cowboy.
They was regular.
I'm with you. OC, what you got?
Let me jump in and say something to what Law was saying, to what all you guys were saying, man. The problem with Dalton Schultz is the problem relationally in modern society.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm about to go here.
Oh,
see,
wait.
Because when you over-validate and you give validation to a certain person who's not worthy, in other words, you can't treat an average woman like a beauty queen because they're not on the same level. They're not on the same level. And then you put a false sense of worth on the average looking woman who is not a supermodel because she now believes, because she was validated by a good looking man, that she is above her pay grade. Dalton Schultz.
OC just left. He
just like that.
He just left.
Lord,
he was going. He was going.
That was Stephen Jones. That was Stephen Jones. He heard y'all, and Dalton Schultz heard y'all. He just cut the line.
Look.
He can't get rid of OC was going in there. He's back.
I'm back.
He's back.
Dalton Schultz got you. Hey, OC.
Finish, OC.
Dalton Schultz was on you. Dalton Schultz was on you.
Oh. That was Dalton Schultz. He blocked you.
Dalton Schultz, big. Dalton Schultz is the backup prom date. He's not the woman that you really want to go to the prom with.
No,
he's the backup. Just in case the woman that you really like says no.
Right. Hey,
he
LC,
ain't the
and when you
prom date.
Hey, LC, and when you taking her, you gonna be like, all right, come on, man. I say I'll get you a hamburger.
Exactly. No emotions, no friends, no loyalty.
Straight business.
People ain't ready for the straight business today.
Straight
they not ready. They not ready for it.
So Boss Cowboy, the
your Kevin Samuels bag.
The Cowboys made the mistake of inviting the average girl to prom and taking her to Del Frisco Steakhouse.
Facts.
That was the mistake.
Say it.
And now he has this false sense that you are more than what you are. No, you are a $3 million a year tight end, sir. That's what you are, sir.
Wait,
you are not a $10 million a year tight end. Mr. Checkoff man. I like you, Joe, but you're a checkoff man, Joe. You're a checkoff king, Joe.
Yeah, you're a dump-off king.
Tell them.
Wait a minute, man, hold on.
Y'all got the name. Oh, boss, OC, y'all got the name. Hashtag
Dump off king. Yup. That's what he is, bro. He's dump off king, dog. That's what it is.
For
You're
the
not
record,
Kelsey.
You not.
Kelsey?
that's his independent thoughts, y'all.
Hey, you ain't even in Joko for real, bro.
You not in Joko.
Wait a minute.
You not in
Those are all
Joko.
independent
You not
thoughts,
in
y'all.
Joko. You not in Joko.
You not hating Hurst.
You not hating
Oh
her.
my gosh, man.
Yeah, I said it.
sorry.
Yes,
Wait a
I
minute.
said it.
You ain't in
too much.
Joko.
Yes,
You ain't
I
in Joko.
said
Oh
it.
man.
Shoot.
I'm not. Look, guys. I'm not putting any value to show.
Yeah, I know you ain't.
I'm not. I'm being straight. I'm neutral with it. All
I
I'm
know you
saying
is. I'm not. I'm not
I
neutral.
know, but what I'm saying is, to get the true value of Schultz, they should allow him to test the free
Right.
market, the open market.
Right.
That's all I'm
They was
saying.
They was
Facts.
scared.
Yeah, man.
See, y'all the
Blake
reason why I
Johnson got
got
scared.
blocked for Schultz, man.
Hey, it was
man, don't
us.
block me, man.
It was us. It's our fault.
Yeah.
Dog.
Y'all the
take
ops
A.
over there, man.
That's right. We beat the op.
Man.
Feel me?
I ain't mad.
Hey,
Listen.
hey, man, look.
Can I say something to
If you
Law
think-
to Schultz's defense? I'm finna trip
Okay,
y'all
good.
out. I'm finna
Good,
trip
good,
y'all
go,
out.
go,
I
go.
still understand why he holding out. To Big's original
understand
point of getting his money. See,
Get his
because
money.
how do you watch Amari go through what he went through? How do you watch Dak go through what he went through when it was time for him to get paid?
Yeah.
We know the good guys finish last, so I'm not mad at him doing what he got to do for his pockets. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at that's he doing that for his family. Hey man, do that.
Hey,
but
guess
to the
what?
OC's point, it's the Cowboys that gave you a sense of entitlement that you could.
They gave him leverage that they didn't have to give him.
They
That's the
gave
point.
it to him.
Yeah.
They gave him leverage because when you gave him the franchise tag, you said oh, I'm important. You want me? You gonna pay me $11 million? Okay, I need $40 million now. I need $35 million guaranteed because
Nah, he said he
I am
need
a
that
top
Kelsey.
tight end.
Yeah, I need
I'm
that
a top
Kelsey
tight
treatment.
end now, sir. You gave me the leverage. You over-validated me, man. And
Facts.
look, listen. On a personal note, listen. If I was showed to be balanced, right, and I'm being a little bit theatrical, okay, because you guys want to be entertained, right? That's why you come and watch the final work. All right.
Facts.
So, but look,
Let's get some more.
honestly, right? Honestly, here's the deal. If I was showed, I would do the exact same thing.
Yep,
I'm
I
gonna
would too.
squeeze all the juice out of that lemon that I can get because you gave me 11. Now I'm getting 30, and I don't care if I hold out because I'm important. Because he's using the leverage that he has. He should use the leverage that he has. But in reality, on the business side with the Cowboys could have easily let him test the open market.
Easily.
He would not have come back for more than $5 million a year, and then we have a different conversation. So that's the balance of the whole thing.
The OC.
There's no emotions, no friends, no.
But look, check this out, though. Sorry about that, OC and Boss, on that one. But even just, here's the thing. If y'all already made the mistake of not letting them test the waters, here's the thing, Dallas. Don't compound the mistake and sign them to a multi-year deal. Just let them play on the 1-year tag. Develop your young guys, and then next year move on.
Right.
It's easy.
But he already expressed his heart. He said, "I'm not giving you nothing more because you're not willing to give me more."
Let me tell you something about that.
That's just flat out wrong. Right.
Here's the thing, and I don't want to hear he ain't sitting out. He ain't going to get fined on these mini camps because they all want to talk all that mumbo jumbo, but you just signed a 1-year deal on the tag, so it ain't a crazy amount. It's 1 year. So they ain't going to be sitting out because he can get fined by sitting out of mini camps now because he signed that tag.
Yeah.
So he's subject to fines now. So he ain't going to be sitting out. So he can say what he wants. What you need to do is get your butt into camp after them OTAs and say, well, I'm going to go ahead and try to get this contract somewhere, so I'm going to try to play out of my mind. And Dallas should just, like I said, be thinking, let's develop these young guys, and after that, let's go ahead and move on because y'all did it to other people.
Facts.
You know,
Hey,
big facts.
real
That's
quick.
big facts. I can't argue against that.
Check this out, real quick. This is what happened. This is what should happen to Schultz. Yeah, for trying to play hardball. So, Steven, you did not blink when your quarterback, your crazy behind, put your quarterback on a franchise tag and say play. Yeah. You bet not blink at Schultz. You bet not. You bet not.
Let me add this in.
With D-Law too, boss.
Didn't blink.
Go ahead, Law. Didn't blink.
I wanted Boss Man over here, you know, Boss Cowboy. I'm calling you Boss Man, but you know, Boss.
I know you talking about.
I want you to find that clip.
Which one?
Of somebody that got a gold jacket. And let him do the speaking, because I know, since we talking about validation, but I want you to see if you can find that clip about dysfunction.
Give me some time. Give me some time. Give me a second. I got you. Give me about 2 minutes of ad-lib.
Volumes to everybody, because hey, I know you guys can only halfway listen to us because we didn't play for the silver and blue with the star on the side of our helmet, and we don't have a gold jacket. So we're gonna let somebody else do the argument for us. By the way, because I love it where we call them out by using their own personnel. Yeah. And that dude with the gold jacket, I can hear a lot of things, but I hush and I listen when he starts speaking. So
I got it right here, big dog.
That was perfect.
Let's listen to the gold jacket.
Keep talking for one more second. Just give me one more second, big dog.
Man. God gave me the gift of gab, and I'm gonna gab it all the way through.
Keep going.
It is what it is. Y'all talking about it, you're not entertained.
Are you not entertained?
But man, y'all hear the words coming out of his mouth to y'all eardrums.
Baby, give me one more second.
I'm gonna say it right now.
Hey,
we pushing you, boy. We pushing you.
Every time you do that, you sound like daggone Paul off of daggone 3-6 Mafia when you be like, yeah.
Hey, I got it. Y'all ready? Here we go. And I got some more. Let me know how much you want, because I got it all right here. Let's go.
This game. In this game, did you put more blame on the coaching or the players in this game?
Dude, Emmett and I stood in that tunnel before every game. And to tell you this, we looked at each other and we said, we called ourselves double trouble by land or by air. And the day before we hit the field, if we don't show up, we got no shots. Period. That's the whole reason we did that. Because we knew if we didn't show up, we got no shots. Our stars didn't show up. We had no shots. Whenever you got disorder, dysfunction. We can't have our stars putting up role player numbers like 31 yards rushing, 1 catch for 21 yards, 69 passer rating, and then have our role players putting up numbers like Schultz and Wilson. That's a disorder. Trying to make our role player star.
Pause it. Yes, sir. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Let me play it again.
Before you play it, for those who way back in the corner, before you play it again, can you rewind?
That boy with them buttons. Y'all got it all messed up, bro. Oh.
And
just a little bit.
That's a disorder.
So what Michael Irvin just said is he's trying to make a 5 a dime.
Yeah.
He's trying to make a 5 a dime.
Because people like to say we in our, mama's basements. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he right. But let's listen to the playmaker.
Players putting up numbers like Schultz.
Yeah.
Like Schultz. Who did he name first?
Schultz.
Who did he name first, boss?
Who did he name first?
Schultz first.
Yep.
I'm looking for something
first.
Yep.
Hey, y'all see how he said it too? He said, and Schultz.
Yep.
Schultz.
Man, he was mad when he said, and Schultz.
He called it
like the audacity.
Big. He called it disorder. Disorder. Yeah. So people can look at Law, Big, the OC, like we tripping. No, bruh, we not tripping. This system and this front office inflated the ego of Schultz. They treat him like a star, and they treated stars like role players.
Dude, I don't care. Look, y'all. I want you guys to listen to me when I say this. From a defensive-minded person, if Schultz can put up 220 yards and beat us every game, then I won. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take the ball away from CeeDee Lamb. I'm trying not to give touches to Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. And I'm trying not to give it to someone else that can take 5 and turn it to 15 easily. If Schultz nickel and dime down the field, 5, 10, 12, 5, 10, 12, hey, I won.
I won. You say it.
Yep.
Come on, can I get this
one? People Yoga
fire.
That's 100.
Yoga.
That's 100 on that one.
Man.
100. That's 100. That's 100.
I won.
Oh man.
Because yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying this law said that perfect because now let's think about if you're a team, right? Let's say in your division or even an NFC team, right? If Dalton Schultz is beating us, we're saying we're gonna kick your butt the next time we play you. If Dalton Schultz is being the guy, we're gonna smack you next time because if you're relying on this dude, y'all have no chance against us next time we see you. I mean, would y'all agree with that, fellas?
Totally.
Yeah.
And somebody said, my boy D.A. Lee said, if Schultz got 220 a game, you can't deny that money. That's why he went that far. That's why he went that far. But D.A. Lee,
right?
That's why he intentionally went that far, dog. But still, to his point, though. Go ahead, OC.
No, I'm saying the only way that Schultz really gets off is versus unathletic and slow linebackers. So if you got like a slow Will or Sam, he can get off a little bit versus those type guys. But if you really got rangy, fast, athletic dudes that don't play action pass, right, where they get sucked in on the run because Ezekiel was successful earlier in that drive, so you're trying to defend hard against the run. You know, at the end of the day, man, with Schultz, here's the problem with him is that you're gonna have to give him so many touches. Him sitting down in the seam and he getting tackled, 7-yard gain, stuff like that. Him sitting down again. You know, hey. Simple pass, right? So here's the deal: you got to give him so many touches to get accumulative yards that you take away touches from your real stars, and so that's how you win against the Cowboys, right? If you have to force the ball to Dalton Schultz, and that's the thing that you don't want to have to do is over-force the ball to him because you're giving him 10, 12 passes would have you roll out, simple out route, stuff like that. I mean, man, it's a recipe for disaster. So anyway.
So real quick, I'm gonna switch the subject because I know we beat up Schultz. We really didn't. We really didn't. We beat up front office. I ain't mad at you, Schultz.
Yeah. Shoot.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
You know, you blocked me for nothing, but I don't care. I don't need you. For real.
You ain't nobody.
Yeah. I mean, like, it don't make me. You know what I'm saying?
Blocker.
Blocker. I'm cool with it.
Blocker.
Because we loyal to the Cowboys, not these players. Straight up.
Right.
So that's just what it is. So I was looking at your Twitter, Law. I was looking at your two. I could take both of you. Y'all got some good stuff on here. I'm gonna go with real quick. I'm gonna go with yours, Law, because you got two things that was buzzing today, right?
Okay.
Where you share Will Compton's. You say someone explain the salary cap for the love of God. Looking at. That's what people want to talk about. I've been looking at the chat. You know what I'm saying? The chat want to talk about, the moves that the Rams are making versus the lack of moves that we're making. And I'm going to mix that with another topic real quick that's right underneath this Anthony Barr. All right. Let's put those
Big
together.
Game James, especially right there.
That's just Big Game James. Yeah. But see, we gonna talk about Anthony Barr. Which we got to give James his props on that. He been beating that drum for a long time. And then you even highlighted. You said you showed Sports Day Cowboys. You say why free agent Anthony Barr could be a good fit for the Cowboys. And you was like, bro, we've been talking about that for weeks, and that's true. And I would say Big been talking about it for months.
Months, yeah.
So let's put those together, man. We can take it how y'all want to do it.
Man, Jalen Ramsey got a max dollar contract.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Kupp, I believe, got a max dollar contract.
Yeah.
They went and said, okay, Matthew Stafford, they paid him to come over there. And then they said, okay, we'll pay you more. They went and doubled him and gave him the Dak Prescott contract. Then I looked up late last night. I said, big old Aaron Donald, $95 million, $40 million more. And then on top of that, late in the wee hours, Odell Beckham, I don't even know what his contract is. It got to be north of what we gave Michael Gallup, right? Where are they coming up with all of this money, Cowboy Nation? How are they doing this? Because
for the love of God.
For the love of God, how are they able to do this, man? Can somebody break it down? Because I'm tired. Because I think that we are literally sitting on $23 million, and their whole rationale for getting rid of Big La'el Collins early was so we can get somebody out there on the field. Excuse me, they could have held on to him till June 1st, by the way, but they literally said, okay, here you go, Cincinnati. And the whole point of getting rid of Amari Cooper was to go out there to be active, proactive, right? Not retro, but proactive in the free agency. And they fool around and they franchise tag, Schultz for $10.9 million. And now he's sitting out saying, you know what? I'm going to take my ball and go home until y'all give me a long-term contract because I don't want to risk anything out there, and I'm going to give you bare minimum. And I'm blocking anybody who think otherwise of my dedication for the nation. I'm going to block you.
We'll block you YouTubers.
YouTubers.
I just got to clap for that. Man, so let me ask a question. Let's keep it real. We asked this question during the season. It was a debate. I'm gonna hit this button, but this applies to all of us. It wasn't a debate between me and the OC. It was a debate between everybody. So I just hit this button. The debate that we was having was who has the better team build style, the Rams or Dallas?
Okay.
Last year I said Dallas. This year,
nope. Rams. Because the Rams have star power and the Rams are built to go deep into the playoffs. You can't guarantee victories, but when you have strength of personnel and you keep your top players and talent that are proven commodities, it gives you the opportunity to go deep into the playoffs. The Rams are not built. I mean, they're going to win regular season games because they're so talented and they got a great coaching staff, by the way. But when it comes down to going deep in the playoffs in the NFC, they're built to go and win playoff games, how their organization has structured this roster. And that's just the bottom line, man. And here's the answer to Law's question. It's real simple, Law. Billionaires do what they want to do. And if you want to keep the talent that you have, you figure out a way to do it. And the Rams have been masterful at keeping the important pieces and keeping the people they really want to keep. Straight, simple, bottom line.
Boy, these comments are going hard. Can I put 3 comments together real quick? Fire comments. Man, so first, Kill said, I want y'all to check this one out. He said, name one role player that the Rams overpaid. That is the difference. Then D.A. Lee said, listen to this one. We keep relying on rookies to carry this team deep into the playoffs. That's working backwards.
Yep. That's a good one right there.
And then Willie said, man, all these comments are, Willie said, it's simply put, the Rams don't lowball their I'm gone. I'm finna walk out. I'm done. And then this one, I'm gonna put all these together. Let's talk about them all. Then Brandon said, Rams go after producing big names. So what we gonna do?
You know a crazy stat? Hold on, before you go, Big AJ, let me just say this and then you can go. Since 2016, the Rams done won 59 games. Since 2016, the Dallas Cowboys won 58 games. One have a Super Bowl and one don't.
Yeah, we got
one been to 2 Super Bowls and been to 2 Super Bowls too.
Yeah,
been to 2 with Jared Goff.
Yeah,
Goff. Yeah,
just
go ahead, Big Game.
You feel me?
I just want to throw that tidbit of nugget out there. So if anybody want to,
I think
I want to talk to that nugget when Big is done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be real quick with it. It is just about Baby Nuts Jones. That's why I call you Baby Nuts. I don't want to get deep into you, dog, because I'm gonna start getting mad. So I'm gonna keep it short. But this is why I call you Baby Nuts Jones. And you try to tout yourself as you like this. He tried to tout himself like he was the next great type of GM. You feel me? Especially he was pumping his chest with that Amari Cooper thing. Because I keep on remember when he was pumping his chest, oh, we got the first round draft pick for Amari Cooper. Ask the Raiders how they feel about, losing that pick. Like, he pumps himself up like he's the greatest thing. But here's the thing. You remember, we talked about the Rams had stars? Cowboys had stars. But you got so much dysfunction, you had the wrong coach in Jason Garrett.
Get him.
You had 10 years of that. And you had talent. But you wanted to go and get your guy because you want to prove points. That's what this is all about. If you really look at it, they wanted to prove the point. What? We got Jason Garrett because this is our guy, and we want to show you how we're going to do it with our guy. It failed, right? Stephen Jones wants to say, we're going to build with these rookies, and we're going to slow-foot it, and we're going to do it this way, and we're going to win it our way. It's almost like a pompous, real arrogant attitude that I don't like, and that's why we keep falling on our face, because they're arrogant, like, we're gonna do it our way, we're gonna do it this way, we ain't gonna do it that aggressive way, we're gonna do it our way, we're gonna show y'all how we can do it this way and we'll win a Super Bowl. Bro, y'all still thinking back in them 90s or something, dog. It don't work like that in these 2020s and 2021, 22. You got to get aggressive in this day and age or you not gonna win. And to sit there and say that you're going to win with rookies just like that comment said, because y'all want to go hard and gamble on rookies. I never get that. You gamble on rookies because it's cheap. And that cheap, aggressive, that non-aggressive, cheap way doesn't win. Where have y'all seen, fellas, all y'all, since we've been watching this in this salary cap era, teams that just kind of just chill and don't get aggressive, which one of those teams won the Super Bowl? Especially in like these last 10 years. Which one of these non-aggressive teams have won a Super Bowl? Philadelphia, I can't stand them. They said, we tired of this. They went out and got aggressive. They won a Super Bowl. Now, I ain't saying they're going to win anything, but what did they do again? They said, oh, we tasted a little bit of these playoffs. We don't want to live off that. We're going to get super aggressive now, and we want to overtake the division, and we want to get back where we were. Meanwhile, Dallas is sitting there chilling like, we good. We still got talent. We can do it this way. Go ahead, OC. It's just a backwards train of thought, and it's not a winning train of thought, no matter what they try to tell us, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
and
bro.
I mean, you so fire and so spot on, Big Man. It's almost hard to follow you. But I'm gonna say this to the nugget that Law Nation dropped with the 59 versus 58 wins. Well, from 2016, up until now, those wins, that sounds real good. Like there are similar organizations on paper. But I'll say this, and you guys know this. It's not how many games you won. It's what games you won. It's what games you won. Yeah. So the Rams have won at least 7 to 8 more playoff games than the Dallas Cowboys. Period, point blank. All right? At least, and I don't have those numbers in front of me, but at least.
Right. True that.
So if you want to measure this thing and you want to, hey, like good things come to those who wake, the leftovers after those people who have hustled. And so that's what you see, to Big's marvelous, fantastic point of the organizations that are the most successful. It's the organizations that hustle, they're willing to gamble, they're willing to pay veteran players. That's really the number one weakness of the Cowboys. If it just boils down to one thing, here's the cardinal sin: the reluctancy to pay your
veterans that have been proven, number one. And then number two, not take advantage of really, really good, proven veteran free agents that you could bring into the organization to make the organization stronger. Besides that, there's nothing else. They draft well, right? But those two things are the two, in my opinion, separating factors from the Cowboys and the rest of the teams that have had success, not in the regular season, in the playoffs.
But well, just to echo, go ahead,
yeah,
boss.
real quick, just real quick, dog. Just to go with what the OC was talking about.
Yeah.
This is what I said on my Twitter, and I mean every word of it. And I retweeted what you was talking about with Anthony Barr, right?
Yeah.
Through my commentary on it. Mm-hmm. And because Law was saying we've been on this Anthony Barr to the Cowboys for months now, right? Mm-hmm. And this is to pivot to solutions. Listen up, Dallas. I mean this. I'm gonna quote this. I would kind of forgive the ball drop of Bobby Wagner, the Boo Amari trade, and Lyle for cookies. I would. Because you got the money now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm getting tired of hearing this for the right price. No. You can't talk about price after what you're doing with Dalton Schultz. No. Can we talk about player and not price? Once, can we talk about player for the right player instead of the right price all the damn time? You know, we need Anthony Barr right now, dog. We need Anthony Barr right now.
He should have been signed, boss, already.
He should have been signed, bro. All this for the right price, bro.
Everybody's for the right price.
You can't turn on this dude film and not see this dude, man. You know what I mean?
Can't help.
From last year, not from 2 years ago. Last year, big game. James already went over this. We went over this on the final word. That basically his last 6 games was almost like his previous best seasons.
For real, he went nuts his last 6 games.
Yeah.
What was you going to talk about, Law?
Well, I was going to say is that two things that have been really since 2016. You can look at front office and you can look at coaching. I believe if you change out and put a legitimate coach into this atmosphere, and on top of that, remove like the front office, they do a good job as relates to accumulating the talent or what have you. I can give them that bone right there. But if you
Will
had
McClay?
that coach,
yeah.
But if you had that coach, it goes all the way back to what Coach Mac just said. The off season. You know, the echoes down to the front office, they said you don't win the Super Bowl in the off season. You heard that? That came out of their mouths, not ours, right? But Coach Mac was just saying that you got to get these boys prepared. If those who just not tuning in, rewind all the way to the beginning of this particular podcast, and you can listen to what Coach is saying. And what I'm trying to say now is that, yes, we do got Mike McCarthy. I think that he's a little bit better than Jason Garrett.
Yeah, facts.
He's a little bit better. He's a little bit better.
He is.
We went 12-5 last year, now 5-12. And I like Dan Quinn. I think that he's a whole lot better than Papa Rob Marinelli. Come on, let's be real with it.
Hey, man, can I give you some flames?
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
So we got the talent. We do. But what we're trying to do now is I want to increase that talent even more because I know that those things are very tangible of going out there snatching up an Anthony Barr right now, juxtaposed to waiting to see what a Luke Gifford or whoever else, a LVE second run at this thing, talking about potentially he could play like he did in his last game here with the Dallas Cowboys against those 49ers. No! Give me those 3 sacks, those 3 interceptions, and those 40 solo tackles that Barr just exhibited last season. Come on.
But here's the thing, though, Law. It's not happening, though. It's not happening. And just bouncing off what OC said and then what Boss said, because Boss said this earlier in the season, and just bouncing off what OC said. OC said, Cowboys draft well. We ain't got no choice but to draft well because we don't touch free agency. We ain't got no Dallas ain't got no choice but to be great in the draft because they ain't no kind of players in free agency and they're outright terrible with it. And as far as going out and getting some dogs to take you over the hump, you get what I'm saying? And then let's keep it real. Boss said it. If we didn't have Will McClay, we'd be the Jaguars every year.
Be Detroit. We would.
Jets.
We would be sorry every year. If we didn't have Will McClay. Every year. Because Stephen Jones is the president, which I get pissed just to say that. Stephen Jones is the president of player personnel. The vice president is Will McClay. Who's better in this aspect right here?
Will McClay.
And who has the final say?
Stephen Jones.
Stephen Jones remind me of that uncle.
Who about? He don't know jack who about no football, dog.
Stephen Jones is like that uncle. Say, man, hey, man, I graduated from business, man. I can do your taxes instead of going to the person that do taxes. Like I can do your taxes, man. I did a few taxes. I can get you some good stuff on your return.
In like law,
chemical engineering,
like chemical engineering. Chemical engineering was your major. Chemical
I can do your taxes though, man. I did good before,
and
man.
Come on. He's doing our football. He's a chemical engineer major, and he's doing our football. He's our football guy. Jimmy Johnson used to clown Jerry. That's why Jerry used to be mad at him. Because Jimmy used to clown him and said, you don't know nothing about football.
I can save you money, man. I can do your taxes, man. Come on, man. Shout me out, man. Don't go to the professional, man. I can do your taxes, man.
These are all football guys, fellas.
I'm your uncle, man. I can do some taxes,
football guys. That's why they got Will McClay. You feel me, boss?
I feel
Will McClay doing all the dirty work because they don't got a clue.
Everybody know that one person say, man, I know how to do taxes, man. Come on, man. I can save you a few money, man. They charge what? Look, let me do your taxes, man. I'm pretty good, man. I'm pretty good. I can do your taxes. Trust me, man. Ain't that right, big game? I can do your taxes, man.
Where that paper? Show that.
I can do your taxes, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Itemize. I can subtract, man. I got a chemical engineering degree. I can do your taxes, man. I can do your taxes, man.
Hey. Okay, I wanna give everybody a warning, a real warning. I'm gonna be real with you, everybody, because I figured this out. The off season is like, cover your ears if you got children. It's like great sex, and knowing that it's coming. Everybody know when you got that one where they just give it to you. You know, everybody got them one or had them one somewhere, right? And what? Listen to me. Listen. Don't get in your feelings. Listen.
PG, boss. PG.
I'm gonna be PG. Good sex clouds your judgment.
Wait a minute.
Don't it? You be thinking you in love. Thinking you in love. It's lust. Run.
It's lust. It's
run.
See, that's what the draft is, dog.
Are you saying this is a lusty off season?
Yes.
Lusty.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Let me see if I got a button to co-sign what I'm saying. Yeah. Listen. The draft is lust. That's what it is. It's not love. It's lust. And see, this is what I mean. Feel me? Y'all feel me on this? Like I'm telling the truth right now. I'm telling the truth.
That's why I'm laughing.
Oh my God.
I feel you.
Yeah, it's lust. Cause you know how you feel, like, man, after the draft, like, whoo.
Oh my God, lusting.
You calling it love, but it's lust. See, cause right after you, and you let go. Then your senses kick in. Then your senses kicked in, and your real mind come to you. Your real mind figure out. See, Big was warning us.
It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring.
He was warning us. He was like, drink it, but don't drink it too soon. Just put it in the fridge.
Flag on the play.
But listen, now that's not saying no hope in your team, but I'm saying just being real. It's
oh my gosh, man.
It's like the feeling and the euphoria of the draft is good sex, dog. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. That's a great analogy.
We're going to have a good visit, but settle down just a little bit.
Y'all crazy.
Oh,
hey,
hold on. Hit the wrong button.
He cut out.
Oh, man, listen, man.
That means it's time for fireworks.
It's Mr. Nasty time.
The Lord works in mysterious ways. The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Straight up. All right, so final words.
Oh my gosh, man.
Man, look, I'll go first, man. I'm gonna keep this real simple and copacetic. The Cowboys have to be committed to a culture that is going to reward those that need to be rewarded, but also stand strong versus holdouts that may not be in the best interest of the team. The Cowboys have had a good draft. Hey, we're in the season of hope still. And I think that, hey, if the Cowboys can put some of these draft picks together and they can play well, which is what is going to need to happen in an increasingly tough NFC East because of some of the work of our competitors, then the Cowboys have a great shot at winning the NFC East going away. But we just got to stay focused, man. And, hey, I hope it's not too many vacations coming up for our players, man, and that we can stay focused, man, and be in the lab, doing what we got to do to get ready for the year. That's my final word.
All right, I'm going to come off of that with OC because you've been super positive, and I love your positivity. I love your positivity, OC, but I'm going to come with the anti-positive, okay? I don't mean to. I'm so sorry, Cowboys fan. I don't mean to. But you know what? I ain't drinking this Kool-Aid, okay? Because so many times we see these teams, right? To me, I don't care about no regular season. It's playoffs. Show me what you're going to do in these playoffs. I'm tired of talking regular season now. I don't want to talk no more regular season because we done seen it too many times. I don't care about no regular season. Playoffs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When y'all see a really good team and they keep getting there and they keep getting there and they keep failing, you don't even want to care about the regular season no more. The team shouldn't even care. Look, we ain't worried about it. We trying to get these playoffs. We trying to shut everybody up and let everybody know we ain't trying to hear that no more. So I'm not drinking this Kool-Aid, fellas. I'm just sitting back and I'm chilling and I'm watching because guess what? That Kool-Aid gave me such a bad taste last year.
Yeah,
I'm
facts.
Still messed up over it. I ain't gonna lie. I still got a hangover. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. I should have got over it. I should have let it go,
Facts.
but I haven't because that last season just really crushed my soul. And I need to see what Cowboys are really gonna do because that last year, this should be even more of this year of saying we want to show that wasn't a fluke, right? But you know one thing I want to say? Stop talking about it and just do it. That's my final word.
Love it. I'm going to go in real quick. And then my boy came in. And this is real, bro. This is what good sex do. And this is real. He said, y'all jump back on like y'all did last year. Yeah, man.
I bet you I won't. I bet you I won't. I bet you
that's my dog. Y'all got big messed up.
You ain't talking to me. I bet you I don't. Watch the show the whole year. I bet you I don't.
Hey, big game, James. See what we gotta do, boss? We gotta give him a little Hennessy, and then when you get a little Hennessy, she get a little fine.
I ain't mad at him. I don't want you to change.
She get a little. She get
I
a
don't
little
even want to
prettier.
spike his drink. I want him to stay just like he is, because he keeps me balanced. You need that. See, you need that homie like Big. You need that homie to say, bruh, she not the one, dog. She just feel good. Yeah, she's a THOT dog.
Nah. Get a few more shots, big game, James. She goes from a 6 to a 10 real quick.
She will, but I'll still be talking to my dog like, come on, dog, we don't do that. Don't do it. Bad for you.
Yeah, no, but see, all right, man, y'all really been showing love on them super chats too, man. We appreciate it. Everybody that's been showing love on them super chats real quick. He said, Nice. I needed this. Yeah, we sometimes all need to laugh. But I want to say something. I want to be honest on my final word, man. I want to talk about, my boss say, the stamina game. The stamina game.
Life like this, I wish
yeah.
raindrops will fall.
Yeah, man. You got to have stamina game with these Cowboys.
Big AJ know what I'm talking about.
You got to have some stamina game. Hey, all right. But see, I want to because people not used to us.
Right.
They not used to us. So this is what I'm going to say. That's keeping it real. People, because I did lose subs, being honest about shows. So I don't want y'all to.
Shame. Shame.
Shame.
No, that's perfect. I loved it.
Truth.
I loved it. I loved
it.
So people not used to real loyalty. I'm gonna say that again. People not used to real loyalty. You not loyal if you don't tell your friends the truth. You not loyal if you don't tell your loved ones the truth.
Oh yeah.
It might hurt their feelings. It might piss them off. But when you really loyal, you tell your friend when they need gum. So yes,
right.
some people are not used to this style of truth because this is all in love. Don't get this misconstrued that we don't like our team. Don't get this misconstrued like we don't believe in Schultz or believe that he can take a next level. But you have to be able to, in my opinion, in my final word, say what you really see with the dysfunctions of your team if they're going to get better, period.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. So once you get used to that and you understand the spirit of where we coming from, you go like this commentary a lot more. But for those who like to unsub and unlike because it's not just always pie in the sky and kissing up to the Cowboys, you really don't recognize real loyalty. What we are doing is real loyalty and learn to love it. And I mean that. And that's my final word.
Man,
good stuff.
Man, good stuff, man. Man, shout out to Coach Marv, man, for your donation. He pretty much brought in what Coach Mac said. You know, he said he was saying those who bleed more in peace, which is practice, bleed less in war. So those are facts. And he was pretty much talking about, hey, these boys, these Dallas Cowboys got to get things going in the best rate. And it starts in this off season, especially during practice. And on top of that, of course, we can go back and forth to talk about things that we can say, yeah, the Cowboys need to elevate this and the Cowboys need to elevate that. And of course, Jerry Jones.
I want me some glory hole.
Just because he want that. I get it. But the Dallas Cowboys got to understand that right now that you got a talented team. You got things that put in place. You was 12-5 last year. And if you tinker mindset, attitude, and mentality, then baby, when it's time to get into the playoff time, you wouldn't have a nervous bone in your body. You said that the opposing threats, the Washington, the Giants team, and of course, the Philadelphia Filthy Eagles, they are all saying that, hey, we coming for you Cowboys, right? They are all saying that we are closing the gap. They are all saying that, okay, from the Giants land, they got their Neal, they got Thibodeau or what have you. The Washington Commanders saying that, hey, we was a quarterback short. They said that last year, by the way. But now they got Carson Wentz, who's looking to come back for revenges. Oh, excuse me. Everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie climbing out of the grave talking about for the Philadelphia Eagles. A.J. Brown said, come on, Micah Parsons. James Bradbury, Big Davis, and all of those boys, N'Kobe Dean, they all itching for October, whenever the 16th, I believe, whenever we play them. So the Cowboys better be locked in and ready because last I checked, you got to roll them up and play it on the field. I know paper right now is cute, but Jerry
it's cute.
And Stephen Jones, if you got the opportunity to pick up somebody that can help, stop looking at the money. Because at the end of the day, regardless, we got to rep the NFC. And the Rams are saying, hey, we're not folding up like a wallet or a lawn chair. Hey, the Green Bay Packers saying we coming. And there's somebody else that we overlooking. It could be the 49ers. So we got to better our best. We can't be sitting up here trying to get cute with the paper book. No. You go out there and you get some people. You make it some raw, pure competition during this offseason, just like what Coach Marv said, what Coach Mac said. Those who bleed more in practice bleed less in war. That's my final word. Appreciate you guys.
Man, the final word was 5, bro. God dog, I knew it would be.
Fatality.
My boy Big Santana said Cowboys that one that got that good, that no matter how mad she make you, she putting in on her. You always believe she would change.
He ain't lying about that.
He's not. He's not lying, dog.
He is not lying about that.
Hey, Cowboys, that super fine chick. I can't stand you. Get out of this. Get out of this house. And as soon as she walk off, you be like, oh, hold on, baby. Come on back. Hold on.
That's the Cowboys, dog.
She got that work, boy. She walk off. You be like, hold on now, hold on.
Hey, make it work too. I'm that sucker homeboy. Make it work. You can make it work, dog.
Dude, I'm that. You know when she walk off with this sundress on?
Oh yeah. Big said
something about that sundress.
Oh, that sundress. It just make you see. That's what Will McClay do. He got the sundress with that big old apple booty.
He got the sundress on. He got the apple bottom.
Oh, you be like, I want a drought.
Yeah, that's him. He be bringing all the fine. He be bringing all the fine ones to the crib.
And then Stephen Jones go mess with the homie. You know what I mean?
Stephen Jones say, man, why you bring her, man?